Let's jump right in. If you've been watching the digital creator economy lately, you know it feels like everyone's chasing the exact same prize, right? A highly profitable YouTube channel. But what if the playbook everyone is using is actually totally broken? Well, today, in this explainer, we're unpacking a really specific data-backed strategy from a creator known as Zappiwala II. And this isn't your usual advice. It's an intricate blueprint designed to completely bypass the heavily saturated US YouTube market. The secret weapon here? It's a highly automated, faceless content system powered by AI, anchored in this gorgeous Studio Ghibli aesthetic, and fueled by a hyper-specific emotion, Australian childhood nostalgia from the 1990s.
Okay, here is our roadmap for today. We've got 6 parts. 1. The Australian gold mine. 2. Emotional branding. 3. The SEO foundation. 4. AI content consistency. 5. Editing for monetization. And lastly, 6. The viral upload strategy.
Section 1. The Australian YouTube goldmine. Let's talk about the geographic pivot.
Look at the stark contrast here. The source points out that pretty much every new channel out there targets the United States. And the result? It's incredibly saturated. I mean, you've got massive competition fighting tooth and nail over the exact same audience, which inevitably drives down your RPM. But on the flip side, the Australian market, it's presented as wide open territory. By zeroing in on a highly specific niche, in this case 90s Australian nostalgia, your competition drops to almost zero, while the value of that audience stays incredibly high.
And let's talk about that value, because the expected RPM in this Australian nostalgia niche is honestly staggering. It starts between $15 and $32. To put that into perspective, the creator notes that you have tech YouTubers out there grinding for years who never even break a $5 RPM. So at a $15 RPM, a relatively modest 50,000 views a month translates to roughly $200 to $600. And if you hit 1 million views, you're looking at potentially $4,000 to $12,000. If these claims hold up, the numbers are absolutely compelling. Section 2. Building an emotional brand. It's all about designing a vibe. So your channel name, it's not just a label, it's a dual signal to both the viewer and the YouTube algorithm. The source lays out 4 surprisingly strict rules for this. Number 1, trigger emotion instantly. Use words like memories or nostalgia. Number 2, keep it under 3 words so it's punchy and brandable. 3, it's gotta feel like a story, you know? Something you'd actually whisper to a friend, not some corporate business card. And 4, use SEO words that YouTube can easily index. A perfect example generated here is Aussie memory lane. It's emotional, it's algorithm friendly, and the creator really stresses that you must mirror it exactly in your YouTube handle, like @Aussie memory lane, to build instant trust.
Now, visual identity is just as strict. Since your logo appears tiny in search results, the golden rule is no text whatsoever. Instead, rely on warm, sunset, golden hour colors to trigger an emotional response before the brain even fully processes the image. And you wrap all of that in a beautiful, cinematic Studio Ghibli style. The strategy uses tools like Google Flow's Nano Banana 2 and Pro models to pump out these assets in stunning 2K resolution. But wait, here is an absolutely crucial technical tip from the source. Before you even think about uploading these images, ask ChatGPT to generate SEO-friendly file names for them. Simply renaming your raw image files helps YouTube's algorithm instantly categorize your channel. Moving right along to Section 3, the hidden SEO foundation. Time to look at the back-end settings.
Okay, this is where it gets really clever, how you construct your channel tags and description. The strategy uses this 3-layer keyword taxonomy, specifically targeting 22 to 45-year-old Australians. Layer 1 is your core identity. Think direct tags like 90s Nostalgia Australia. Layer 2 is discovery expansion, broader tags to cast a wider net, like cozy animation. And Layer 3? That's emotional triggers. This taps into psychological intent with tags like childhood memories before smartphones. You use an AI prompt to generate these tags, then weave them naturally into an emoji-rich channel description. Also, in the back end, you manually set your channel country to Australia and your currency to Australian dollars, no matter where you actually live. Oh, and a massive insider secret here. Make absolutely sure you check the box that disables third-party AI companies from training on your content. Now for a really fascinating behavioral trick. You've got the channel set up, right? Well, don't upload a video yet. Instead, you do a 48-hour warm-up. For 2 full days, you use your new account to watch full videos in the Australian nostalgia niche and leave genuine comments. Basically, you're actively building an audience map. You are literally teaching the YouTube algorithm what your account cares about, priming it so when you finally hit that upload button, you aren't just dropping a video into a void. Section 4, creating consistent AI content. How do we actually maintain that immersion?
The psychological anchor of this entire explainer really boils down to this quote. Viral nostalgia content is not about events, it is about forgotten feelings. People aren't jumping on YouTube searching for historical facts about Australia in 1998. They want the feeling of waking up for Saturday morning cartoons. This source uses a brilliant example prompt for generating ideas. A day in the life of an Aussie kid in 1998. I mean, you kind of instantly feel a connection to that, right?
To actually pull this off, the creator outlines a meticulous step-by-step process. First, you get ChatGPT to generate 50 to 60 distinct scene descriptions. But here is the catch, where most AI channels fail completely: consistency. If your main character's hair changes color from scene 3 to scene 7, boom, viewer immersion breaks instantly. To stop this from happening, you generate isolated character reference images. Let's say it's a boy named Liam, and you feed that exact reference image back into Google Flow for every single scene Liam is in. That ensures your characters look identical across the whole timeline. Next up, we have to turn those still images into cinematic motion, because while stillness is pretty, motion triggers emotion. The source details this highly technical workaround using the Grok automation Chrome extension over on grok.com. This lets you bulk process your 50 scenes, automatically converting them into 720p video clips. But, and this is a huge but, the crucial safeguard here is setting a mandatory 25 to 35-second delay between prompts. Listen, if you try to rush this automation, you risk getting your entire account banned. It's high stakes. But if you follow it perfectly, you get a folder of 50 beautifully consistent animated clips. Section 5, editing for monetization, where you add that crucial human value.
So, there's a really persistent myth out there that AI videos simply cannot be monetized. But the source clarifies that it's actually low-effort content that gets rejected, not AI content by default. If you just lazily stitch merged clips together with no added value, yeah, YouTube will absolutely deny your monetization. To win, you have to add human value. We're talking cropping, digital zooms, layering in ambient sound effects from places like Pixabay, birds chirping, rain falling, adding motion graphics, and integrating text captions. It is this specific post-production editing phase that takes those automated clips and elevates them into unique, valuable 4K monetizable content.
And finally, Section 6, the viral upload strategy. Time to deploy. The upload checklist here is rigorous. Just like your logo earlier, you must rename your final video file on your hard drive using your SEO keywords before you upload it. Then, you create an SEO-optimized playlist to help YouTube figure out how to categorize the content. You use ChatGPT to turn your thumbnail idea into a 16:9 ratio prompt for Google Flow to guarantee a high click-through rate. And, super importantly, to comply with YouTube's transparency rules, you have to check the altered content box in YouTube Studio. Which brings us to the exact launch sequence. First, publish the video as unlisted. Watch the whole thing yourself, leave a comment, and pin it. Then, flip the status to public, specifically between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That way, you're catching the audience right when they're actually online, relaxing after work. Finally, this is the hardest rule for creators to follow. Do not touch the metadata for 48 hours. Seriously, hands off. Do not panic and change the title or thumbnail if the views are low at first. The algorithm is testing your content, and editing it too early completely kills algorithmic trust. Wow, we have covered a massive amount of ground today. From hunting down an untouched geographical market to using advanced AI workflows to lock in visual consistency, all while catering to an algorithm that absolutely craves structure. But beneath all the SEO tags, the Grok automations, and the RPM data, it all comes back to this one central idea from the source material. Viral content isn't about facts, it's about forgotten feelings. By merging cutting-edge technical tools with deep human nostalgia, this strategy is quite literally engineering emotion, which leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to ponder. If you can master the technology to bypass logic and hit people directly in the chest, what feeling will you bottle next? Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and I'll see you on the next explainer.